What is going on there, YouTube? And welcome back to another comic book video. This is the channel where we sit down and cover different comic book stories. Now, with the new year, I decided it was time to start covering more current books on the channel. And so I thought, why not cover a book from Future State, the current big thing DC is doing at the moment, where DC is trying to introduce a bunch of new characters, show off the work from current and new creators, and rework some current characters that we all love, but to also show us the future of the DC universe in different books. And so I picked up the first 5 or 6 books from this big event, but we are going to cover Future State Wonder Woman. We are getting a new Wonder Woman in the year 2050, and you will meet her in this video. Now, at the end of this video, I will give my thoughts about the book, kind of like a small review. And so if you like today's comic book video, please hit that like button down below. Also, in the comment sections, let me know if you want more of DC Future State. But I do hope you enjoy today's video. So this book gives us Yara Flor, who is taking the place of Wonder Woman in the DC universe in the year 2050. Now, we do not get the chance to learn much about her in this book, except we do get to see her first appearance, what she looks like, and we get to see her fight against a Hydra, or I think it is a Hydra monster. Now, she does tell us a story about Zeus and Tupa. Now, Tupa is tied into more Brazilian mythology, but we learn how both gods used to sit on opposite ends of the world. Of course, one in Greece and the other in Brazil. Now, while she is fighting this Hydra monster, she tells us how the world was filled with different kinds of beings. You had the gods' children, monsters, demons, dragons, and the list goes on and on. Of course, you had humans as well, but over time, humans kind of stopped relying on the gods. The humans stopped believing in the gods and actually tried to have a normal life without worrying about upsetting the gods. Again, while she is telling us this story, she is fighting a Hydra monster, and this monster is not really that important for this book. But while she is fighting this monster, she tells us that with the humans kind of stopped showing love towards the gods, a hero was still needed to bridge that gap between the two sides, which are the humans and the gods. Now, there is one more thing to point out, that she has a Pegasus with her for her flying needs, but she does defeat this monster at the end of the fight. But picking up after killing the monster, we see her trying to cut off part of the monster, her using this part of the monster as an offering for Hades so she can get her sister back. Now, she is greeted by COPPA, which is a creature that protects the Amazon jungle, but she tells COPPA that her goal is to take the part of the monster as an offering to Hades to get her sister back. And we do not know who this sister is, except you have COPPA tell Yara Flor that she can take her down to Hades without her going through all of that offering stuff, but also because COPPA is protecting the Amazon jungle. And with Yara Flor trying to take a part of the monster will throw off everything for the jungle. This is where we get the funny scene of the book, where we learn that the underworld is kind of like an airport, which I find funny because we see them go through looking for the right gate to go through so they can go in the right direction. Apparently, COPPA is a rewards member, but she is having a hard time finding her rewards card. And so while she is flirting with this little demon creature who is basically a security guard for this gate, Yara Flor hates how long it is taking to get through the gate. Truthfully, this represents how we feel when it comes to airports, because truthfully, even myself, I hate airports. But then we get to explore more of the underworld, that this is limbo right now. The area that Yara Flor and COPPA are in right now is sorting where each soul will go to. It is still going with the idea of an airport by showing how crowded it gets in an airport, but how hard it is to get to the right place in an actual airport. But then they get to River Styx, which is where you have Charon appear, where she uses her boat to take souls to different realms they are supposed to go to, except you have to pay if you want to get on the boat to be taken to the right realm, where of course Yara Flor does not have the money she needs to be taken to Hades, and so she gets sent back to the end of the line and can't get back in line until she gets the money she needs. Except this leads into her getting behind a man whose souls has the payment needed to get on Charon's boat, where COPPA and Yara play this prank where they are able to get the man to toss his coin in the air. Of course, it falls in the hands of Yara. Now, where you would think that this means that the ladies are able to get on the boat and go on their merry way, the man gets angry because he knows that it was Yara and COPPA who took his coin. Except with Yara getting in an actual fight with this man in front of Charon, and with them fighting, this actually leads into Cerberus appearing, and he is this three-headed dog. And this is where the book ends, with us wondering what is going to happen with Yara fighting this three-headed creature. Now, I have to be honest here. I really did love the artwork in this book. To me, honestly, this was beautiful, and I want to see more books with this artist on it. Now, the character, I really like the character because it is finally giving us a new person taking up the mantle of Wonder Woman. And I know we'll have folks out there who won't like her because it's not their Wonder Woman, but that's the point though, to have a different character take up the mantle for someone else to like. And I like that idea right there. Now, there is only one thing I am kind of worried about, and that is the character COPPA. And the reason why I'm worried about her is because right now she is a character I do like, but I feel like down the road she could become an annoying character in the eyes of the fans. That's my own personal thought right there, but it could happen. That is the only thing I'm worried about. But I can say this right here, is that this book was fun to read. Not every book has to be sad or epic to the point where after you read it, you're kind of like, man, that was kind of sad or that was kind of epic. It's good to have a book out there that is kind of fun to read and relaxing. I like this book for those reasons right there. But anyways, guys, I am going to end today's video right here, so please hit that like button down below and also subscribe to the channel for more content to come in the near future. Also, any suggestions on books I should read, well, please let me know in the comments below, because you never know, your suggestion could be a future video down the road. But guys, I'm out of here, and I will see you on the next comic book video. Later, guys.